Hey beauties, and welcome back to my channel. I have another hair video for you today featuring my beautiful baby boy. He is going to be my model for this video. I am going to be showing you how to detangle type 4 hair with care. This method can be used for any hair type, being that this is probably the most difficult hair type to detangle. If your hair is straighter than this, you would probably have a much easier time. So I'm going to start off with, of course, some conditioner. This is a very moisturizing conditioner that I like to use on this hair. About a quarter size amount or a little more for one section of hair. So I'm just going to give a few tips to start off with. Detangling this type of hair, it does take a lot of patience, and so I'll first and foremost like to start off having more than enough time to do his hair. I do not like to rush through trying to hurry the detangle process. I don't like to rush through and try to zip through it. It takes a lot of patience, and just for me to be careful that I'm not pulling his hair out when I come up on knots and things like that. So I'm going to start off with thoroughly just saturating each section to make sure it's extremely wet, almost like a dripping wet. And then I start off by sectioning out the hair, so just pulling them apart with my hands. I can feel the tangles better that way, so if there's any extreme tangles, I'm going to go ahead and get those out with my hands before I take the brush to it. I just recently brought this brush, and it is godsend for his coily hair. It's called a curly detangle brush. I'll link it in the description box below, but it has been a game changer in our detangle routine. Okay, so you're gonna see me comb through his hair quite a bit and the reason being is because his hair is very coily and it likes to curl right back up into itself. Like the strands literally curl back up into each other, and so as I'm combing it, it's curling back up into itself. And so I really want to make sure that I get through to the ends where they coil up the most, and so I just really take my time just brushing through gently. As you can see, his face, he's not flinching up or like making a face because I'm being very gentle. This does not hurt. You may see him a few times flinch up, but it's like I may catch a knot here and there. But for the most part, you want to be very gentle. This hair type is it can tangle up very easily. And so you just want to make sure you're being very gentle. And also, if you can see how I'm kind of pulling the hair taut as I'm combing through it, you also want to make sure to kind of keep it stretched out as much as possible because, like I said, it likes to curl back up into itself. And so stretching it out while combing it will just make it a lot more easier for you to manage. So another tip is that you never want to let the hair dry out, not even just a little bit. His hair is a lot easier to tangle when it's like soaking wet. It's also more fragile, so that's why I say you want to be careful, but when it's dripping wet, it's the easiest to detangle through. And so when I come across a big knot, like I said, I just go ahead and work that out with my hands. It's a lot less painful for him, and it gets the knot out a lot easier than trying to do it with the brush. You can feel better with your hands. Another thing I want to say that with coily hair, it's almost more than likely you'll never get every single tangle out of the hair. So don't stress about like the fact that you're combing through and it still tangles. You'll probably never get all the tangles out. Just keeping it honest. So that's going to be it for this video. If you want to learn more about how I maintain his coily hair, you can stay tuned for part 2. I appreciate you watching and thank you for tuning in. I will see you in the next video. Bye.